Hey all, it's BreiEndia and my 90-day self-journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I'm definitely enjoying this morning. Yesterday was self-credibility. Today is self-reliability. Today is important when it comes to the reliance because I definitely took the time today to see more so how to be reliable to myself and looking at my reliability from an outside standpoint. So seeing if there are things that I would need, would I be able to provide them for myself? Would I be able to get myself out of an emergency situation? And this is all tying into my credibility and my believability in myself because I'm single, and the singleness is enjoying a celibacy lifestyle. Single and celibate lifestyle right now is what I'm doing, and this is new for me. So because it's new, I'm taking the time to seriously look at what types of things could be risks, like a risk assessment, looking at the things that I want to do and then saying, okay, if this doesn't go this way or that way, how am I going to make sure that I'm okay? Not who got me or who going to step up and help me out, but my reliability. What can I do for myself? So I've, in my past, definitely been the type of person who can be reliable for others. And if I can't, I make it clear I can't. But ultimately, we can't control when things in our life happen a certain way. We can't control all of those things. So when it comes to looking at other people and I guess victimizing myself or making it seem like, oh, I was there for all these people and they didn't do it for me when I felt, who cares? Because it just trained me up to the realization again, this is not my first time, but the realization again of not wasting my time on being there for people who don't have my best interest at heart. There are people who will do grimy things to you, and then they will cover it up by victimizing themselves or putting the blame on other people so that it doesn't look like it's them, And ultimately, that tendency comes from not being able to be reliable for themselves. So me looking at like any type of situation that happened to me where I felt like, oh, somebody did this to me. Like when I was going through my illusions last year, for instance, it was like, oh, this person did that, this person did this. And it's about the believability. You can really believe in the wrong things. I really believe that somebody could pay somebody to do something to affect my life. Now, that's not saying that somebody can't go and spend their money, their hard-earned money, for somebody else's life. But some people really don't know where to start or begin when it comes to their own life. So they might actually go and spend that bread. And I had to get out of the whole mind frame of feeling sorry for people who actually go out of their way to do stuff like that, because that was my problems. I'm looking at it like, dang, like, your life that bad that you went and paid somebody to have someone else's? And I'm just like, I don't know. I used to be in awe for certain things that I would see. But it's all kind of TV shows talking about all this weird stuff people be doing. I ain't got nothing against you. Do what you got to do. Just know I don't believe in it, so it's not going to be received on this end. However, the energy you give is a boomerang effect. So you can play in La La Land, believing that you're somebody you're not all you want. At the end of the day, you should have self-reliability, because when the things that you set that were not proof of your credibility, it's going to kind of come back around and backfire when all of those promises you made, you're not really showing for it, you know? That's why it's like I'm looking at my reliability, because before I sit here and try to interview anybody, I want to make sure that the time I put in place is the time that I actually am going to be there, and that I'm reliable to the person that is taking their time to come and do this with me, or, you know, whatever it may be. I'm looking at everybody who's putting in time and it being invested in for themselves more than just me. You know, if I'm taking the time to do this with somebody, we're all investing our time at this point. So, and that's how I look at it, many different things. So where I am right now when it comes to reliability is just making sure that I look at every type of ship. The ships are important. And when I say ship, I mean relationship, partnership, friendship, family ship, you know, situationship, entanglementship, whatever you got going on. Are you reliable for yourself in that situation? To where as though if something goes wrong or goes a way that you don't desire it to go, you can bounce back to be good. Make sure you're good. You know, you, or if you have children, of course, making sure that you and your obligations are good. Because nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you their time, their money. You know, I mean, unfortunately, people give away, you know, their private parts like it's candy, so they give that away for free. But I'm looking at my body so different now, to where it's like, nah, like, you know, the reliability has to be on point with that person. That person has to be somebody who gives off that energy of, I hate to say, kind of like picky. Like, you know, some people view, I guess there's some guys who view, and I'm not even going to say I guess, I know for a fact there's men who view girls that would be willing to throw it back for nothing, or even for some money. They look at it like, you know, oh, she hustling, you know, I like her hustle. But after a while, if that's all you're doing and you're not really trying to plan for anything else, kudos to you, mama. Do your thing. But I know for me, I viewed that, and I put myself in the shoes of that, and I just said, I don't want to be in a predicament where that is my lifestyle. I don't. So I had to choose, you know, how I was going to go about things, and what things I will accept in my life and what things I won't accept in my life. And it's just certain things that I'm just not going for. And I understand that I've probably lost situations and relationships and friendships and all that because of my unwillingness to do things that were not for me. You know, I have plenty of ability to go sleep with, you know, go get a baby daddy and sleep with him all the time so that his relationships will be messed up, or go mess with older men who are married just to, you know, throw a wrench in their game or their interesting lifestyle. You know, just can go be a pest and ignorant for no reason. I mean, people even view what I was doing when I was dancing as an interference in relationships. But all I can say is it goes based on the individual. If you can't rely on yourself to make the right decisions, you ain't got no place to be telling anybody else anything about being reliable. So I definitely think that today is a good time for me to just sit back and appreciate the obligation of myself, and knowing that I can rely on me for the things that I need done, for the truth to be told, and for fluent give and take in my situation. And whatever I see me not doing, I'm going to do more than mention it to myself. I'm going to bring support, effort, and encouragement to the table to work with myself consistently. And that has already started, and it just is not stopping. But I won't ramble on about self-reliability. That is what it is for today. And this is BreiEndia and my 90 Day Self Journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I hope y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. God bless.